Okay, we're going to start constraining this. So I'm going to select this bottom line and this left line here as my datums. When I grab this line, a window should appear. If it doesn't appear, there's a little arrow on the far left. You got to click on that arrow to get that to come up, and then I should be able to fix that line, and it puts an anchor down here. Let me know that that's been set as a datum. I'll hit the green check to accept that. I'll do the same thing for this line, and I'll select fix, and it sets an anchor there. So those two lines turn black after I hit this green check because they are datums. I'm going to click off of it so you can see it was a light blue, which was a highlighted element. So that means that I'm going to pull all the dimensions from these two lines that I can. I'm using these as my anchors, also known as the baseline dimensioning. But basically these are set as datums, meaning all measurements to all the other feature edges should come from these datums. When I constrain this, I go to Smart Pick, and the first thing I do is I work my way inside and out. So I will select this datum going to that point, and I'll just accept it. I'll do the same from here. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to grab that, so I'll just grab this one here as well. Alright, so what I did was I created offset dimensions. Offset dimensions means I selected two elements to create a distance dimension between those two elements. Step number one is to locate the hole. So I need two dimensions locating it horizontal and vertical, and then a diameter call out. Since I already have off of the vertical line to this point, I now want to go off the bottom line to this point. I missed the point, so I'm going to hit undo. So that's why I always, when I do this smart dimensions on whatever CAD system, I like to try and get that point first, so I know it gets grabbed. And now I've located the hole. The shop now knows that they're going to measure from the left edge over to here, from the bottom over to here, strike a point, and that's where they're going to dimension to. It almost looks like it's, shoot. Almost looks like it's off there. All right, I'm going to trust it's not, and I'm going to put on one more dimension by selecting the edge of the hole, and it should give me the diameter call out. And you can also just hit the enter button. So when I click over here, instead of hitting the green check, I'll just hit the enter button, and I'll do this one up here, and you'll notice that everything dimensions can be black. So the holes is black, this is black, but on the bottom here it still says it's underdefined. So I'm using the anchors to help me determine if this thing is dimensioned. As I create the dimensions from the datum, element should turn black, verifying it. So I need a dimension from the bottom to the top. I don't feel like I didn't get that. I need a dimension from the bottom to the top. So I have those dimensions. This is still blue because I'm going to show you another dimension. I wouldn't maybe do it this way, but I'm going to do an angle. Okay, and I'd probably bring it up here. In hindsight, I should have made that 45. It's not uncommon to get all these weird dimensions here, and then fix them later. So you see that this line is the only line not black, meaning that's the only one left I have to constrain. So I'll select this one over here, and I'll just hit the green check or enter, and it says fully defined. It's fully constrained profile. I don't need to do anything else, but I want to do a corner. So up here is the fillet command, and it allows me to put in corners and rounds. If I put a point or select this point here and put in a corner, I'll change that to a 1/2 inch and select the green check, and it will put on a 1/2 inch radius for me. Well, it's a sketch, I don't have to pull it off the drawing. If I did a corner on the top, this point here, and click to position, whoops. If I do corner and grab this point here, I feel like it's not doing it here. And then I hit this green check mark. I'm going to do 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. Hit the green check. So now I got a 1/2 inch radius on the top. I got to hit the green check to take that, so I can double click it, click on it, and move it if I want. I'll click on this one. I like that one better, but I don't know what is going on with that arrowhead, why it does that. Okay, so those are corner commands. Or sorry, that's a fillet command. This is a round, and this is a corner. So fillets creates corners and rounds. Under corner, there's a chamfer option. And what you want to do is just go ahead and select that point and drag it down over here. One thing I don't really care for is it seems like I need to hit chamfer, get that down arrow and hit the chamfer command. And you want to establish angle and distance. So the angle's at 45, and I'll do a distance of 3/8. So I'll just type in 3 divided by 8 and hit tab. And you know, see how it says 3/9 and it's still on distance and distance? I don't really care for that. I feel like when I hit the screen check, it should have changed it. So I'm going to hit undo. With nothing active, hit the chamfer command. Select angle, distance, change this to 3/8 first. Hit the tab button to say that it changes to 0.375 at 45 degrees. Then select this point, drag it down, just click on it actually, and then hit the green check to accept it. Now, I don't want that to go vertical. So I'm going to try and control that and see if I can do this. I'm going to hit the undo button up here on the top. And we're going to try and chamfer this. Let's go back to chamfer. This is already selected. I'm going to close that off. I got to make sure that that point's not already highlighted. We'll go to chamfer, angle, distance, and I'll type in 3/8 and hit tab. And I'm going to try and grab this line first and then this line, and it will control from this point over 0.38 and then go down 45-degree angle. Alright, so if you select a point, I don't have as much control what's going on. If you select the horizontal line or vertical line, it's telling the shop to measure from here over to here and then cut it at 45. This part is fully constrained as it says here on the bottom. So I can do a fit all in, and that concludes my demo on dimensioning the sketch profile. Next, we'll make a solid.